The sound of emergency alerts echoed across the tarmac as firefighters rushed to respond to a simulated aircraft fire at Hewanorra International Airport.
Emergency aircraft fire at taxiway Charlie. All crews please respond.
The exercise, which included live fire and simulated victims, brought together units from multiple stations to test their emergency protocols. Personnel responded to a simulated scenario involving a downed aircraft with the fuselage broken into 3 pieces. The drill incorporated fire crews from neighboring stations focusing on positioning, command capabilities and coordination.
What we had here today was a simulation of an aircraft incident where the fire department on its own wanted to test out its response capabilities to a possible fire incident, aircraft incident on the airport. This included live fire with live victims. We also included the support of our sister stations as far as Mikud and VIEUX to help assist in the response, and tested what our reactions would have been. It was an attempt to evaluate our weaknesses and see what areas we can improve on so that we can continue to provide the best support for the airport in case of an emergency.
Officials say the drill evaluated several critical components of emergency response.
Our 90-second response time, as dictated by international regulations, we were assessing how the officers could position their appliances in an advantageous position to effectively mitigate the fire. We were testing our command capabilities in terms of our commanders on the scene. So there were a number of various factors that that exercise is meant to test. We will evaluate, we'll have an evaluation after the incident, after the exercise, and we will take it from there. The aim is to see where we are, where we need to be, and deal with that variance, whether it is with manpower, whether it's with training, whether it's with equipment. But it is important because an aircraft incident is one of the most challenging incidents that we as a fire department may have to deal with, and we have to be ready.
While some aspects of the response exceeded expectations, officials acknowledge there's always room for improvement.
Since there were various components of the exercise that you were looking for, are you satisfied with the performance of your men?
Obviously, there will always be room for improvement. There are some aspects of the response that were outstanding, excellent, and there were some aspects that needs improvement. Like I said, we had some senior officers evaluating. I did my own evaluation, and in the post-mortem of the exercise, we will look at these things, discuss these things, and I could guarantee you the various changes that needs to be made will be made. At the end of the day, it is critical that if we are faced or confronted with an aircraft emergency or an aircraft incident, a major crash, we need to be prepared, and we need to be competent in all aspects of our responses. So as a fire chief, it is my responsibility to ensure that this is done, and it will be done.
Fire service leaders will now review the exercise results to enhance their emergency response capabilities at the island's largest airport. Officials say similar drills will continue to be conducted regularly to maintain emergency readiness at the airport. Joachim de Blasi, HDS News Force.